Third world women are all kinds of hot. They're so much more attractive than first world women, women in Europe or America. They are so hot. Why? The why is very simple. The why are women in, say, Ukraine. Ukraine is a shithole, quite simply. It is a shithole. It is a third world country. It's a disaster. And people say that Ukrainian women are gorgeous. No, 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 no. If you go there, you realize that Ukrainian women are not like genetically superior and therefore hotter. No, no, no. What happens is that in Ukraine, the women take care of themselves. Yeah. They shave their legs or their armpits, as the case may be. They take care of themselves. They wear makeup. They fix their hair. They dress nicely. They wear heels. Yeah, I've seen women in Ukraine when there's like a yard of snow on the ground and they are walking in high heels. Yeah, high heels and a skirt. And it's like minus 40 degrees, but no, they have standards. They look sharp. They look good. They look feminine, incredibly feminine. You go to Argentina, you go to Venezuela, you go to Chile, you go to all of these third world countries, these countries that are poor, and the women are dressed to the nines. They look good. They wear their makeup and they fix themselves up, and you ask yourself, why is this? And the answer is obvious. They are trying to get the attention of men. And they succeed. Oh yeah, they succeed. Absolutely. I mean, you walk around Ukraine or Argentina or any of the other countries that I've mentioned, and you're like, wow, they are hot. They look good. Oh yeah. Why? Why? Why is it that they look so good? Oh, very obvious. Because they're trying to get the attention of men, because from an evolutionary standpoint, a woman needs a man to get resources. A woman needs a man in order to be able to raise her child and feed it. Because from an evolutionary standpoint, a woman with a child cannot provide enough calories for herself. She can't, because the child is a burden. And that's the contract that men and women have had. Women will have and raise the child, but men have to provide the resources. And so in these third world countries, see, the men have to provide the resources. Why? Because the state is too poor to provide the resources to women. The state is too poor to simp for women. I did a recent video on this very issue. You can find it right here. You see, in third world countries, the women are going to be incredibly feminine, because since the state cannot provide resources, the woman has to up her game insofar as looking good. She has to up her game and attract a man. You go to Thailand, you go to Singapore or wherever, these countries where there isn't a social welfare net that can catch a woman, and all the women are going to be incredibly feminine, incredibly good looking. But they're not really good looking. What it is that they are fixing themselves up to attract the man, to attract you. Of course, they're not stupid. Yeah, you don't believe me, right? I can practically hear your disbelief. Yeah, I've got psychic powers. What can I say? You don't believe me, so you want me to prove it to you? It's so simple. Look in rich countries in the West, in Europe, in the United States, right? Look at higher class people. Look at women who are ambitious and who don't want to just merely survive and have enough food on the table for a nice meal or whatnot, but women who want, expensive bags, Louis Vuitton crap, stuff that the state cannot provide. Notice, the state cannot provide these goods and these resources that these women want. Higher class women, what do they look like? They look feminine. Of course they do. They look feminine. They look really feminine because they're trying to attract a rich guy. See? The lower class women in the West, the lower class women who don't care because the state is providing them with all the resources that they might need, yeah, they don't fix themselves up. They're not, feminine. They don't wear nice clothes. They don't put on nice makeup. They don't fix their hair. No, they look like slobs. They walk around in athletic gear, for crying out loud. And they get all fat and pathetic, but upper middle, upper class kind of girl, or let me rephrase that, a woman who is interested in those goods and services and resources that the state cannot provide, the Louis Vuitton bag, you know, the nice car, the nice house or apartment or whatever, they are feminine. They are 100% feminine, yeah. And they can compete with the Ukrainian girl or the, you know, the girl from Vietnam or the girl from Argentina, yeah. Because those upper class, or let me phrase it, more ambitious girls, they try to climb the social hierarchy to get to those upscale men, those rich guys, who can provide her with the resources that she wants. The state can't provide them to her. Yeah? The state cannot do so. So she raises her sights and realizes, to get those guys with the resources, I gotta fix myself up. Yeah, that's the calculation that these women are making, and it's an accurate calculation. Because, of course, a rich guy, a wealthy man, a man who's a millionaire or better, he's not going to be interested in some fat slob who's walking around in some, you know, athletic tracksuit or whatever. He's gonna want rather a hot girl who's made up, who's accentuated her beauty, who is feminine. Of course. You see? And the funny thing is that, see, most of these women aren't even aware of it. That's the funny thing. I mean, on both sides, the lower class women and the higher class women, they are not aware of it. See? Because women and men, human beings, we're animals. And we respond to the stimuli that our environment provides. And if we are less ambitious, if we are a female who's not particularly ambitious, and she doesn't really care much, she just wants to have a good enough time, and the state can provide her with the resources, well, she's not going to do anything about it. She's not going to fix herself up and make herself more attractive in order to compete with other women and get those resources. Why would she? She doesn't have to. The state is just going to write her a check. But if she is more upscale, wants greater things, bigger things, more expensive things, and will not be satisfied with anything less, will not be satisfied with the meager crumbs that the state provides, well, what do you think she's going to do? She's going to fix herself up. She's going to go out there where the rich guys go. She's going to go and hang out in, let's say, like car auctions. Oh yeah, you ever go to a car auction? Yeah, like a classic car auction? It's full of these incredibly feminine single women. It's a great place to pick up women, by the way. You go there and it's full of these very beautiful women. But they're not really beautiful. They're no more beautiful than any other woman, but they're fixed up. They're more feminine. And they smile and flirt, and they try to get your attention because, yeah, who goes to a car auction except somebody who's, you know, number one, interested in cars, and number two, more importantly, has money. Yeah. These women are so flirtatious. They are so, they're so into you when they realize that you do have resources. When you know, wearing the clothes, and most important of all, you have the paddle, the bidding paddle that you have to pay a pretty penny for. But that's for another video. But the point, see, these women, they gravitate to those men. And in order to attract those men, they present themselves as feminine. In poor countries, third world countries where the state cannot provide women with the resources that they desire, that's why they're feminine, to get the man who can provide the resources that they desire. And look, don't get all butthurt about this, okay? It's silly. You say that, oh, these women, they're like feminine because they're gold diggers. No, that's just so naive and childish and foolish to look at it that way. It is our evolutionary diktat. We are hardwired this way. Women can look at men and say, look at these bastards, you know, all they care about is, you know, TNA and a pretty face, which is true. We don't really care about a woman's personality. We don't care about her career prospects or any nonsense like that. We'll listen to her garbage, but all we care about is that she's hot. Why do you think that is? It's because we're hardwired. It's because when we look at a beautiful woman with a symmetrical face and long hair and nice breasts and nice hips, what we're evaluating at an unconscious level is, this is a good woman with whom to procreate. She's healthy. She can have lots of kids and feed them and it'll be great. That's what we're thinking because we're animals. Never forget that. And we are controlled by our animal instincts. We men focus on hot women because hotness in a woman beauty in a woman, femininity in a woman, denotes sexual health, reproductive health. And women focus on men and their resources because they cannot provide the calories for themselves and their child. That's a fact of evolution. They need a man. They need a man. They take care of the children while a man goes out there and hunts the woolly mammoth and brings the calories home. And of course, now we have this great civilization, but the same rule applies. A man goes out there and gets the resources in his corporate job or his business or whatever and brings those resources, the Louis Vuitton bags, the nice house, the nice vacation, whatever the hell, and the woman is happy. And she will provide sexual attractiveness, beauty, femininity in exchange for that. Don't be upset about the game. It's foolish, it's childish. Understand the game. This is the game, and this has always been the game. And this is why women in the West are so anti-feminine, for the most part. Yeah, most women, middle-class women and lower, they are anti-feminine. They do not understand the notion of femininity. It's the slightly upper middle-class women and upper middle and upper-class women. They understand femininity because the state cannot provide the resources that she wants. Understand this. You understand this, and you'll be able to understand where you find the woman that you want. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like my content and want to see more of it, please check out my Patreon. Link is in the description below. You'll find over 100 original videos there that you'll find nowhere else. And I also put out a weekly show, the weekly webinar, which is a 2-3 hour call-in show. So please check it out. Thank you so much, and I will catch you next time.